Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Haley. Haley gives a monthly, which I'm going to use on this video. Well, I'm not reading, so I don't need these. Well, when you've lost CNN, which Biden has, you know he's in trouble. You know, the things we are seeing going on right now tells you how scared they are. The left, the communists, the Democrats, how scared they are coming up on 2024. When you see, like I did the video yesterday, Governor Yoga Pants getting slapped down, and you have people like Gavin Newsom and Ted Lieu calling it unconstitutional. You have David Ignatius telling Biden not to run again, and now you have CNN, which is the video I'm about to show you here, basically flat out calling out Biden's lies. Tells you they know they're in trouble. And what I think is going on here is, believe it or not, I think the Republicans might have figured something out about the vote, the cheating, and the mail-in balloting, and all the election theft that these guys pull off, and they're not going to get away with it again. Couple that on top of the economy's crash. So many people are turning on them. Black people are turning on them. And you get what you get here. Something you would have never seen. You would have never seen this 2 years ago, a year ago.
And he has done, I don't know if it's similar things, but he's sort of told some stories that don't line up quite like.
And this is about Biden claiming he was at ground zero the day after 9/11, which is another provable lie. Another provable lie. He was in Washington. He wasn't down there on 9/12. Nobody could get down there on 9/12.
This before.
This president has a pattern at this point of either inventing or embellishing stories about his own past.
This is CNN. This is CNN. This tells you how much trouble they are in.
Biography. He did it 3 times in one speech last month alone. He claimed he had witnessed a bridge collapse in Pittsburgh when he actually showed up about 6 hours later. He claimed that his grandfather had died just days before he was born himself at the same hospital. In fact, his grandpa died more than a year before in a different state, not the same hospital. And he also repeated a favorite false story that I and others have debunked over and over again about a supposed conversation with an Amtrak train conductor he was friends with, who was actually deceased at the time the conversation would have had to take place. And that's not all. There are some more serious ones in my view. Previously in his presidency, he claimed at one point he'd been arrested during a civil rights protest, when in other versions of the story he just said an officer had taken him home.
So it's obvious. It's obvious the memo has gone out. Biden is done. And this is them telling, this is the powers that be on that side telling them, it's over for you. We're not going forward. You can't win. Get out. You're not running again. He might not have gotten the memo yet, but this is what they're telling him.
From a protest, he said he had visited the Pittsburgh synagogue where worshippers were killed in a 2018 mass shooting. In fact, he had actually spoken to the rabbi, but never went. And he's made a whole bunch of others too. He said at one point, Republicans like to bring this up, he said that he used to drive a tractor trailer, he used to drive an 18-wheeler. Never happened. The White House later clarified he used to drive a school bus at one point as a job briefly. School bus, of course, not an 18-wheeler. So whatever his intentions, whether it's foggy memory about stuff that's going on decades ago or deliberate embellishment, this is an unfortunate pattern that keeps coming up again and again with Joe Biden.
So there you have it. I mean, when you've lost CNN, when CNN is basically putting it up there, okay, putting it up there and making graphics of all the lies you've told, and like this is just the last couple of years, the lies he's told. Let's not even start like from in the 80s when he had to drop out of the presidential race because he lied about being like first in his class in law school. He had 3 different law degrees. He was on a full scholarship. None of it was true. None of it was true. He was like actually at the bottom of his class. He had 1 degree. He barely graduated. He wasn't on a full academic scholarship. Like all this guy has ever done is lie. I mean, that's been the running joke with him since the 80s. But now you're at a point where they're looking at their internal numbers. they're looking and they're seeing something. They're seeing something, and the right might be being tight-lipped about it. I don't know why, but they have major problems. When you've lost CNN, when you got David Ignatius coming out and telling you don't run, David Ignatius, I think we're NBC and Washington Post, who is a CIA asset. Okay, CIA wants something, the intelligence agency wants something out there in the public, their lies, their bullshit, they go to David Ignatius. David Ignatius rolls it out. David Ignatius is like telling him, do not run. They are outwardly threatening him, saying, you better not do this. When you have lost CNN, you know there's problems for him. So it's a good thing, and it's kind of funny. The guy's been a liar since the 80s. Everybody's known he's been a liar since the 80s. But now they're at a point where they're in a panic. And they want him out of the way. Who they replace him with, God only knows. It's probably going to be Newsom. You know, people float out there Michelle Obama, like that's supposed to scare conservatives, like that's supposed to scare populists or nationalists or conservatives or Republicans. I don't know why anybody on the right would be afraid to run against Michelle Obama. Please, anybody who brings her up as a viable candidate, or just please say, like, I pray it's Michelle Obama. What the fuck has Michelle done that would make you think she would be a viable candidate for president? They do this all the time with female politicians on the left. Kamala was supposed to be Kamala. We saw what she did on the debate stage. Elizabeth Warren, you saw what she did. They're idiots. What does Michelle Obama even run? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what her background is. What speech are you pointing to? What policy are you pointing to? What debate skills are you pointing to? What has Michelle Obama done other than give snarky looks? Please let it be Michelle Obama. Please. I would love to see her try to debate Trump. Was she going to give her little snarky looks, roll her eyes? Please. Oh, God, let it be Michelle. Please. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to Haley for the monthly. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my Rumble channels. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.